So, good evening students. Today we have to start the unit number 6 of a subject energy conversion 1. So, write down the titles. Unit number 6, steam turbines. Unit number 6, steam turbine. Steam turbines, right? So, what is the definition of the steam turbine? We write down here, steam turbine. So, what is the definition of steam turbine? We know that, right? So, steam turbine is a mechanical device in which the kinetic energy of a steam is strike on the blades of the turbines, and we have to getting the electricity or powers, right? Means steam turbine is a work producing device. What is the definition? The steam turbine is produce power when steam is impact on the blades of turbines. Yes or no? Yes. So we know that the steam turbine is used in a power stations. After the steam produced in a boiler, this steam passing in a nozzle, and we know the meaning of nozzle. What is the function of the nozzle? To increase the kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy of a steam is high velocity steam strike on the blades of the turbines, and this turbines rotates. This turbine is coupled with the generator, and generator produce the electricity, right? And detailed nozzle section we already learned in unit number 5. So next topic is simple classifications of steam turbines. Classification of steam turbines. So what are the classification? The first is the mode of action. First is what is the mode of action, right? So what is the mode of action means? It is first is what is impulse turbine, then second B reaction turbines, and third impulse reaction turbines. This is the simple classification of the turbine. What is impulse turbine, reaction turbines, and impulse and reaction turbines. So what is in impulse turbines? In impulse turbine, the steam is directly strike on the blades of a turbines. Means that is the impact, right? The high impact of a steam is strike on the blades, nothing but the impulse turbines, right? Means the pressure energy of a steam is converted into the kinetic energy, and this high kinetic energy of a steam is strike on the blades, and turbines start to rotate. We suppose if you consider like that, okay, this is the wheel of the turbines. Imagine, so when steam is strike on the blades of the turbines in impulse, the wheel continuously rotates whenever the impact of a steam. That's why we call as a impulse turbines. Okay. Then another turbines we have the reaction turbines. So what happen in reaction turbine, boys? the reaction turbine is operated by using the Newton's third law motions. Because we know the Newton's third law of motion, what is? Every action there is a equal and opposite reactions. So in reaction turbines there is a reaction occurs. So what type of the reaction? Whenever the steam pass in a reaction turbines, the steam is accelerated. So due to the acceleration, the change of pressure is occurs in the turbines. Suppose this is the turbines, okay. So whenever the steam is enter in a reaction turbines, the pressure will be changed inlet and outlet, and because of this change of pressure, because of this reaction, the turbine start to rotate. That's why it is called as the reaction turbines by the principle of Newton's third law. And then last one is impulse reaction turbine, means it is operated by using both the principle impulse as well as reaction turbines. Okay. Now another is second classification according to the stages. So what is here? Single stage turbines, then multi-stage turbines. Very easy, right? Single stage, multi-stage. Then another third is what is there? According to pressure. What is? Very easy. Low pressure turbines, then another is medium pressure, okay, then high pressures, okay. So these are the classification according to the pressure: low pressure, medium pressure and high pressure turbines. Then another classification we have, the fourth number, according to flow of steam for the rotors. So what is axial flow, then second radial flow, and third mixed flow, right? These are another simple classification: axial flow, radial flow, mixed flow. In axial flow, what is? Suppose this is the axis of a turbine. If you consider, this is the axis. So in axial flow, the steam flow is parallel to the axis. In axial flow, the steam flow is parallel to the axis of a steam turbine, that is called as the axial flow. Radial flow, in radial flow, the steam flow is perpendicular to the axis of a turbines. The steam flow is perpendicular to the axis of a turbines. The steam flow is perpendicular to the axis flow of turbines, that is called as the radial flow. And in mixed flow, this mixed flow is operating by using both the concept axial flow as well as radial flow type of steam turbines. Yes or no? Yes. Then single stage turbines, it is used for low power generations. Okay, we consider to use for pump or compressor. There is the use of the single stage. Multi-stage, majority used for the power generations. Okay. Then according to pressure, low pressure of a steam at inlet section, medium pressure of a steam at inlet section, and high pressure of a steam at inlet section of a steam turbines. Okay. Then another is also we have according to cylinder of also single cylinder turbines, two cylinder turbines, three cylinder turbines, or multi-cylinder turbines. Okay. Then according to the power generation also, low power generation turbines, medium power generation turbines and high power generation turbines. Okay. In reaction, in impulse turbines, we have the Pelton turbines, and in reaction turbines, we have the Kaplan and Francis turbines. Yes or no? Yes. The Pelton turbine category of the impulse and Kaplan turbine category of the reaction turbines. So this is the very shortcut and easiest way of introduction of a steam turbines. Okay. So write down another heading, principle of a steam turbines. Another heading is working principle of steam turbines. Right. So we have the one this. So let's we consider here. We consider the one steam turbines. For our understanding point of view, okay, this is the turbines. Okay, then after consider the turbines, there is a blades will be there. Okay, so this is the turbines. Then we know that this is what is nozzle will be there. Okay, this is the nozzles. This is the steam turbines. Okay, these are the what is blades. And this is the nozzle. Right, boys? Yes. So this is the steam turbine simple diagram. These are the blades or buckets. We call another name is blades or it is buckets. This is the nozzles. So from the nozzle, the high velocity of a steam is come and strike on the blades. This is the steam. Okay, so this high velocity of a steam is strike on the turbines and turbines start to rotates. Yes or no? Yes. And this turbine is coupled with the generators and generator produce the electricity. So what is the shape of the blades? The shape of the blades is like that, the spoon shape, right? The steam is strike here, right? The inlet of a steam. Then after the give the momentum to the turbines start to rotate. Okay, after striking the turbines start to rotates, then steam is moved from another side of the blades. Okay, inlet then outlet. So this principle we have to learn in a working of a steam turbines. So see boys here, okay, how it is operated. So let's this diagram. So let's we draw the one shape of the blades. Okay, simple shape of the blades of the turbines. This is the one blades of the turbines, right? Then this is the one direction of a blades, direction of blade. Okay, then after that, boys, what is here? The steam is enter in this way. This is the V1 velocity, right? V1 velocity, this one V1 velocity of a steam. V1 velocity of steam means inlet velocity. This is the inlet. What is the unit? Meter per second. This one V1 steam jet. Okay, this is the jet, steam jet. So this is the inlet of a jet. Inlet of jet means the nozzle steam. We can use the one word is jet will be there. Okay, steam jet at the velocity is V1. This V1 velocity strike on the blades. So whenever the strike on the blades, there is a one angle will be made here to see this one. So this is the inlet angle, alpha will be there. So alpha is a inlet angles. Alpha is a inlet angle of steam. You listen carefully. Alpha is the inlet angle of a steam. Then after that, the steam is striking, then move over the blades tangentially, then glide over the blades, then it is leave from this blade section after gliding. Okay, like that. So after gliding, in this way I draw here. Okay, so this is the another angle will be there, beta angles. So beta is a outlet angles of a steam. Outlet angle of steam with blades. With blades. After striker, there is a casing will be provided here. There is biggest casing will be there in outlets. So we call the another velocities what is V2 will be there. So this is the outlet velocity of a steam V2. I write one here. V2 is outlet velocity of steam. Okay. Then after draw all these things, we know that whenever the steam is strike on these blades of the turbines, means the forces act. The forces act on the blades. So what is the Newton's second law? Force means what is? Force means nothing but the mass into accelerations. We write down here. So force nothing but the mass into accelerations. Force means which force? The force of a steam. The high force of a steam strike on this blade having the mass for this steam. And what is the acceleration? The acceleration for the turbines. Turbine is accelerated. Acceleration means what is? Rate of change of velocity. The velocity of the turbine is changed. That's why we call as a accelerations, right? So force is equal to mass into acceleration will be theirs. Okay. So force, then mass into acceleration means what is? Rate of change of velocity means change of velocity upon time. Right? So we got this equation. Force is equal to mass into change of velocity with respect to time. So this change of velocity means which one? Whenever the blade on the blades the steam is strike, right? After striking there is some whirling velocity for the turbines. Whirling velocity. There is some whirling velocity, angular velocity when steam is inlet. Then after outlet of the steam also this turbine having some angular velocity, whirling velocity. So this change of velocity will be there. What is, we get the acceleration. Acceleration means rate of change of velocity with respect to time, that is called as accelerations. So what is this change of velocity means? I write down here, here. So F is equal to mass into change in velocity means what is? Yes, inlet minus outlet. Inlet velocity minus outlet velocity of a blades upon time. Right. So F, inlet velocity and outlet velocity. Inlet velocity means when the steam is strike, the turbines rotate the one whirling velocity of this turbine. Then after the steam leaving from the turbine blades, then that time another velocity of the turbine will be theirs. Okay. So tell me what is the value of the inlet velocity? Anyone tell me? Right. This is the inlet. This is the outlet. This is the direction of the blades will be theirs. Okay. So I write not directly write down, I determine here. Okay. At these sections we see here. So we consider the ones inlet triangles. Simple in this way for this situation. What is the here? Alpha. Suppose I call this is the A. Suppose this point is B. A, and this is there is a B. Then draw the perpendicular. So what is the inlet velocity here? V1. Okay. So tell me this is the blade directions. Okay. Initial condition, the blade direction, the blade is rotated like that. Okay. So what is the value of the AB? This AB is determined by the using of cos alpha. What is the formula for cos alpha? Cos alpha means adjacent side upon what is hypotenuse. What is AC. So AB means we determine the value of AB. This one, AB is equal to what is? Cos alpha into AC is how much? V1. Suppose equation number 1. Now we consider for this outlet situation. This is for inlet. Inlet. Now for outlet. Outlet, we draw the triangle. This in this way and this. Okay. Right? Do you got it? Correct. So this angle is what is? This is the beta angles. Right? So here boys, this is the which velocity? V2. We call the name A. Suppose this is the B and this is C. Okay. In this way, this way, this direction like that, AB like direction this way means, do you understand? Initially the rotation of the blade like that, then in downward direction in this way, means opposite direction of the steam. The blade is move in this way, you see, this way, and then in downward direction. So that's why the arrow in this condition for outlet sections. So here also cos beta is equal to what is adjacent side upon AB upon hypotenuse AC. So AB is equal to what is V2 into cos beta. Right. So AB for this side of the vectors, if you consider this AB, so this is the which direction? This side vectors is first this and this. So that's why inlet minus outlet. So let's see here, F is equal to M into inlet condition. So what is I am write down? Cos alpha V1 for this inlet of the blades. Blade is rotated like that, whirling velocity like then like that. So this is for inlet cos alpha minus outlet. So outlet vector in this direction. Okay. So vector in this direction means what is there? Minus. So minus V2 cos beta. Opposite direction of the steam, inlet, and this is this direction. That's why opposite direction. That's why there is a using of the minus sign. So what is remaining? F is equal to upon time. So F is equal to m. So m upon time means what is mass per second. So mass per second means nothing but the mass flow rate. So there is a m dot. M upon time becomes the m dot into cos alpha V1 plus V2 cos beta. We get these equations, right? Force is equal to this, mass into this. So this is, we get equation, suppose I call this equation number 2, this is my equation number 1. Okay, so I erase these things. Now after getting this, what is, we have the one formula for the torque. Why consider the torque will be theirs? Because for rotation of any angular conditions, what is we required, the torque will be theirs. So what is the torque is required for rotation of the turbine of the blades? So what is the formula for the torque? Torque is equal to F into R. R means the radius of these blades, capital R, for the rotation of the angular velocity, for the rotation for any wheel. Okay, so F is equal to R. So torque is equal to F. F means what is m dot into cos alpha V1 plus V2 cos beta cross R. Okay, we getting this equation. So this much torque is required for the rotation of the turbine blades. Okay, this is the torque equations. This is torque equations, right? Then after the torque equation, we have the one linear speed for the blades. Another is linear speed of blade. So this speed is calculated by mu is equal to small u is equal to pi dn by 60. Simple formula, mu is equal to pi dn by 60. Okay. Then another is, this formula is calculated by using the 12 standard. V is equal to what is the relation? R into omega, the relationship of linear velocity into angular. So V is equal to R. Omega means 2 pi n upon 60. So this 2R nothing but the diameter, that's why I write down pi dn upon 60 will be here. Okay, boys? Yes. Then after that, we have the another equation, how much power is produced by the blades. So power produced by the blades. So power is equal to what is the formula? Yes, torque into omega. This is the simple formula of the torque. So torque is equal to, how much torque we calculate here? F into R. Then another omega is 2 pi n upon 60. So torque we already calculate this here. F into R. Put here F into R into omega. Okay. F. What is the formula for F? This. Okay. Or you directly put this equation also here. No problem. M dot into cos alpha V1 plus V2 cos beta into R into omega. What is the value of the omega? 2 pi n upon 60. So 2 pi n upon 60 means what is pi dn? Yes or no? Yes. So what is the formula we got? Power is equal to torque is also what is 2 pi n upon 60. This one equation. Okay. This is another equation. So equation number 4. So this also we have the equations. Okay. Power is equal to torque into omega. Omega value is how much? Omega means 2 pi n upon 60. Okay. This term is replaced by omega. Omega means nothing but the angular velocity of a turbines. Okay. Rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time, that is called as the angular velocity. Okay. And this n is number of revolution performed by the turbines. This is the time taken by the turbine to complete one revolutions. means nothing but the n means the frequency of a turbines, number of revolution performed by a turbine in per seconds. Okay, this n. Okay, so I stop here today, the working principle of a steam turbines. Another topic we'll be discussing next lecture. Okay, thank you very much.